everybody. This is Sheri from ShareBearCottage. Long time no see. Well, I'm back, and a few things have changed, and I made it through the hard times, and I just wanted to say hi, and I want to thank all those subscribers who didn't unsubscribe from me in the few months that I've been gone. I really appreciate that, and I hope that you'll be back to watch my videos. Now, there are things that have changed. While I was off, I had time to watch a lot of YouTube, and while I was watching, I came across some people doing some resin work. Resin work is something I always kind of wanted to try, but was always a little afraid to. So I bought a few things, and when I was able to sit and do some stuff, I messed around with it a little bit, and I found out I really like this, and there's so many things that you can do with it, but my main purpose at that time was to see if I could incorporate resin with junk journaling. And, paper and resin don't do too good together, but you could do some things. But I thought, we could make dangles and beads and, what do you call it? Mister? I'm sorry, I was distracted by my little dog. Where was I? Dangles and beads and bookmarks and, maybe some things like that. Maybe even things for, to have a different type of journaling cover for our covers. And so I dabbled into, journal resin work, and I found it so beautiful, and it's very I don't know, it just kind of drew me in. This right here is a little crystal turtle. I made some for myself and some of my friends and my niece, and to attach to their purse, like a little dangle. And they came out really cute. This one just plain, it doesn't, I'm so sorry, the table that I'm at, I'm in a different room than my studio is on the other side of the house, and I'm here on this side, and so the table I'm using, I have my camera attached to the table, and I don't know how I can figure that out to make it better, but I hope to. It's going to be a little wiggly, and I'm real sorry for that. I hope that doesn't irritate anyone. So anyway, in my thoughts, in my mind is where I started. I wanted to, bring resin and junk journaling together in some ways, and I thought I could do it, and so I started dabbling into the resin. I haven't been online because I've been very ill. I've had a couple of bad accidents, which has caused me health problems, and I'm just getting back into the swing of things. So I hope that you all understand that. So what I have here in front of me was just some things that I had put here on the table that I wanted to work on. These are just little shells, little seashells in a mold. And, I thought I'd make some inclusions for, something seaside. So I'm going to make some of these. And then I bought a little mold that has little bows. I'm always looking for a little bow, and I don't want to use a cloth bow, so on my resin thing. So I got this little mold, and I'm going to make some of these, and these are just a little bit bigger here. I don't know how the lighting is here for you, but I hope it's working. I will check it before I put anything online. This one I love. It's so squishy. But I love these kind of seashells, so I thought I'd do that. This right here is something that's pretty popular. Let me put my little turtle down. He's watching me today. This right here is a Highland cow, and I wanted to do him and some, or her, and I wanted to put some pearls in her antlers. Is that horns? I guess it's antlers on a deer or elk or something in her horns. So, you know, I may work on that, I may not, but that's what it's doing here. I can put it over to the side for now. So, what have you all been up to for all these months? I hope you had wonderful holidays. I guess Thanksgiving would be included, Christmas, New Year's. I hope you all had wonderful, safe holidays and a wonderful time with your families and friends. And you know, I was pretty quiet all through all those holidays, and just, you know, stayed at home and behaved myself. Try to keep out of trouble and keep from having more accidents. So, okay, well, I think that, you know, I can mix up some resin and we can maybe get started with this. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I've mixed up the resin. I don't know what's happened here, but if it's not good, I'll have to redo something. So I'm going to put that away, and I'm going to put my gloves on. Do you guys like resin? You make so many things. I've been making a lot of jewelry. At the end of the video, I'll show you all the jewelry I've made. I'm working on a page on a store for eBay. Years ago, I had a store on eBay called Pair of Fives. And I think it's still there, so there's no reason for me not to use it. I just have to update things. So, okay, so this resin, you have about 40 minutes, you know, to do what you need to do, the stirring, you know, all of that, the debubbling, degassing, whatever you want to call it. I don't have what they call a vacuum chamber. I only have a debubbler. However, the debubbler that I have is from Resiners, and it is their Pro debubbler, and it works great. Yes. So they have mixers and stuff, and I do have a mixer, but when I'm only doing 4 ounces, I don't see the need for a mixer, because all I have to do is mix this for 4 minutes and then make sure that the bubbles are gone. And I can put it in my debubbler for a few minutes, and then it's ready to pour, except for if I want to add colors or mica powders or metallic pigment or, you know, alcohol inks. I mean, there's a multitude of things that you can add, you know, to whatever. But these little things here, I call them mostly inclusions, and they're things that you use to make other things. Like I'm going to be working on some seashore things. So I'm going to need some shells and some sand and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So that'll be coming up. And the bows, you know, I need them in stock so that when I make something and I need a bow, I'll have a bow. And these bows, the other thing that you can do with this is you could do this all in clear, and then you can take your markers, your acrylic markers, and you can color them, you know, the way you want them. Or you can put the color in before you pour and then pour them that way. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I think maybe I don't know. I have to decide. Yes, I've had a pretty rough few months. I do want to let you know that the resin art, I was going to call it the resin room because basically that's what it is in my house now. I'm using the dining room as the resin room. And I'm still using the studio as my junk journal studio. But I will be doing resin and junk journaling. I do want you to know that. I'm trying to decide on a name for my other YouTube channel because I guess I can't do this. I guess I can't do the resin and my junk journaling on one YouTube channel. I don't know. It sounds strange to me, but I'm going to be going back and forth. And, you know, for a while, I'm going to work on my resin. And then I'll be going back to junk journaling. But what I want to ask you guys is maybe you can think of a name for me. You know, I was thinking of Razzle Dazzle Resin. I was thinking of just Resin Room. Another one that I was thinking was Resin Creates Art, because that's what it does. Some of it is so beautiful. I mean, you can go down to from a very small stud earring all the way up to a huge conference table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they do the river tables and their rivers, and I will never do that. You know, I don't have this studio or a workplace or the ambition to work on one of those. But yeah, it's endless. It's endless what you can do. And, you know, sometimes you experiment and you find other things to do, you know. And there's so many different kinds of resin to use and what to use and what to use and when to use it. So I'm pretty excited about resin. I think it's pretty beautiful. I think I've done this for 4 minutes already. So let me put you on pause and I'll be right back. I'm going to put this in the debubbler. It's Resiners Pro debubbler. While I'm gone, look at these little butterflies that I made. These are from the very first things that I ever tried to make. And I thought I'd let you just take a look at them while I'm gone over there. And I thought I better save these because, you know, I might want to look at them someday. Now this was made with a resin that I didn't like because it's a little blurry. Can you see that? I hope you can see that. Here, let's bring them down a little bit. Did these butterflies and that. Oh, and then I have another little pendant here. I'll put that right there. So this, and this are pendants, and this, and then just the butterflies. I'll be back. That's finished, you know, I'll go ahead and get it. So I thought I'd just hold this up here for you. I hope you can see that. It was fun, you know. I mean, it's not perfect, so I wouldn't sell it or anything. But yeah, they turned out pretty nice. Thought I needed to keep them anyway. This little butterfly, I've already used a couple of the butterflies. Okay. This butterfly here, I'll keep forever because it was something I tried. I didn't even know what I was doing, and so it turned out great. It's nice and thin. This could be on a tag in a journal. It would look awesome. They'd come across it and they'd go, wow, look at that. This one I haven't really decorated, but it turned out great. You know, it could be, you know, painted and dolled up with dazzling diamonds and stuff like that. This is just a little pendant, but I put some gold findings on it. I thought it was real cute. Can you see that? I hope you can see that. Anyway. And then this one here, you know, this was a freehand. And it turned out really good until I put a top coat on it. And I used a resin that was lousy for top coating, and I was really disappointing. So you learn as you go. That's what you do. So these I did several months ago. Well, I just dropped a piece, but that's okay. I'll get it later. I think that I might want to mix a couple of colors for some of my bows. I'll wash these out with some alcohol. If this video is too wiggly and awkward, you'll never see it. It'll be a practice video for me. I do want to use a different editing program too. It's called CapCut, something like that. Yeah, it looks like I might be able to figure it out. So if you are really disappointed in ShareBearCottage because she's gone to resin, don't be disappointed, because it will, as soon as I get it set up, be on its own channel, the resin work. So you'll be able to go back and forth, and I'll always put a link, you know, for what I've done on either and or. So either the junk journaling will have a link for the resin work that I've done recently, and the resin work will have a link to the junk journaling things that I've done recently. I hope that makes sense to you. That's what we're going to do. You know, after you do junk journaling, well, this is just me, but you know, a lot of people lose their mojo. Well, I didn't just lose my mojo back in August. My mojo got up and ran away. So, and then everything started happening to me. One of the things that happened to me is I was at my doctor's office. I passed out and fell between the hallway and the bathroom, and I broke my foot. I broke all four metatarsals, right, in my left foot. And wow, I'll tell you what, that was pretty awful. It took months to be able to walk halfway decent. I still limp, but you know, they're healing. They're still healing. My doctor said it could take, you know, 8 months to a year or longer for them to heal because of the way they were broken. Thank God I didn't have to have foot surgery, you know, but the healing process is just a long road. That's all. And that's what's happened there. That's one of the things. So I'm going to put you on pause and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back from the debubbler. Now I've got 5 little pots here for some different colors. And I picked out, they have a little bit of alcohol in them. So I'm going to put the mica powder in there. And it will help dissolve the mica powder. So there's red. I should get a paper. Let me get something bigger. Bigger than that. Okay, so we got some red. And we're going to mix it around like that so it's not all powder when we pour the resin in. Okay, this one's called Magic Violet. I don't think I've opened this one. In fact, I know I haven't. Okay, Magic Violet. It looks like a really deep blue violet to me. Let's see what we got here. That won't open it. Where's my little knife? I think I came and stole my knife. Here's a little opener. Okay. We'll go with this. I hope you enjoy this. So, help me come up with a name. There are so many. I'd appreciate it. Yeah. So let's do Magic Violet. And I'm getting it all over. All right. And this one is called, let's shake this one up a little bit. We'll shake it up a little bit and it'll fix that mica powder so it's ready to use for me. This one is called Gold Yellow. I don't think I've opened this one either. I'm sorry. I should have looked at all these before I decided to go ahead and do it. Come on. Oh, dear. If I can get this off, I'd like to save it to put it back in the lid. Oh, come on. I don't think it's going to let me save it. There's part of it. Okay, now we can just open this like this. This looks pretty. This is called Gold Yellow. I think these will make real pretty bows, don't you? All right, and we'll mix this one. You just put a little bit of you know, alcohol in there, and then by the time I get to go use it, it's usually pretty much evaporated. Okay, this one's called Phthalo Green. It doesn't look like phthalo green to me. I am from the paint world, and phthalo green is much darker and more vibrant than this one looks. So this one looks like that. It's pretty, but I don't think it's phthalo green. Unless it changes when you put it in resin. Sometimes that happens. I'm going to have to pop this one. There we go. Put it back in here. Maybe that's the way I'll need to do it. Okay, where did I put my little stick? So this one we'll put over here. Whoop. That might be too much. I always think that when it is too much, you always get a better color. All right. Yeah, that doesn't look like phthalo green to me. So that looks more like a cerulean blue, actually. Okay, there's that one. And the last one I have is called Peak, P-E-A-K, yellow. This one doesn't even have, oh, it has it in there, but not in here. Huh, different. I think I just splashed some in there. Well, that's okay. And my little stick went in my hand. Okay, and this one is Peak Yellow. Oh my, it looks kind of like a green color. There we go. Kind of like a green yellow. Okay. Whoop. And I've got a little bit of interference powder that makes it kind of glow. It's real pretty if I need it. All right, let's get this one mixed up. And we'll put a little tiny bit of resin in each one of these. And then we'll start pouring. So, might be able to use some of these colors in my seashells even. I don't know. All right. I'll set that aside. Lean my glove off. And we'll begin stirring a little bit. Probably should bring this over here so I can slide it, you know, away. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Did you see that? Yes, I did that. Hang on a second. Okay, I cleaned out the mess. I don't have much of this left, but this is probably the one I could have used in both, but we'll try it. Let's try it in some. I really need a paper under there so I can slide it away. I don't know if you can see me over there, but can you see me here? Yes. All right, let's use this one first. Oh, I got a spray with some alcohol. And that just helps, you know, so you don't have bubbles, you know, just kind of helps. All right, let's spray some of these darling little bows. I hope the light is good enough for you. And then I'll get this one out of the way because we don't want any more accidents because it's really light. Can you see these over here? Okay. Not the big one, maybe this one. Sometimes it just takes a couple drops. Like these guys here. I'll just fill it up with a drop here and a drop there. And another drop. We're done with that one. Okay. So let's make up some blue. All right. Let's get some more little bows. Let's make these 3. Can you see these 3? Yes, you can, but my big arm's in the way. I'll do these 3 with this royal blue. Looks like royal blue to me. And if I have extra, then I need to get something else out here to pour it, because I don't waste resin. It's way too expensive to waste. Uh-oh. I went over a little bit there. Let's see if I can fix that. Maybe there was too much alcohol in there. Sometimes that happens. I spray a couple times and I think I'm okay, and I've really done too much. This tool that I'm using is a silicone tool, and it works pretty good. You don't want a lot of overage, because then you have to cut it all off, work hard at it. No sense in working hard at it if you don't have to, right? Let's do this little polka dot one. Okay, that took 5.5 drops for that one. All right, let's do the red. This is called Bright Red. I hope you can see. Kind of looks like tomato juice to me. I want to mix it real good. Got to make sure the mica powder is all mixed. That was the whole exercise in putting in the alcohol before I put the powder in. Yeah, so it'll be mixed real good. I wouldn't have to sit here and mix and mix and mix and mix and mix. Because if you don't mix it real good, then you have little pieces of mica powder in your project, and you don't want that. No. I'm going to make the big one red. Big red bow. That's pretty red. It did change color a little bit. Like it. I like it a lot. Okay, let's get some little ones here. I like this striped one. And sometimes after you pour, you know, you need to go back and check it, because you might need to pour a little more. Okay, let's do this bright yellow. Just wipe off my stick. That one, red one, looks a little bit full, but if it doesn't settle down, I'll take some off of it. So we only have this color yellow, and then this is the one that I thought looked kind of green yellow. Does it look kind of green yellow to you? It doesn't really, does it? But in the powder form, it did. These things surprise you. Okay, let's do some yellow ones. Oh, this one would look pretty yellow. Oh, see? Now that part has little green in it. So maybe this is kind of like a yellow-green. I don't know. I just know it's kind of fun. Now this kind of resin, you have to wait several hours before, you know, it cures. So I'm not going to have you wait several hours, of course. I'll be coming back to you, though. Here's a little tiny one. No, I don't want that one. Maybe this one. This one looks like a candy wrapper to me. Okay. All right, the last color we have for the bows is this golden, what's it called? It's called gold yellow, and it's a golden yellow. That other yellow was called peak yellow. Peak. P-E-A-K. I don't know. All right, here we go. This is pretty. Wow, look at that pretty yellow. All right, here we go. I'm going to do these 3 little bows. And oh, looks like green, doesn't it? That was the other yellow. It's hard for me to concentrate and talk. I apologize for that. And while I'm here, I'm going to do some of these maybe with this yellow. Let's do a starfish, maybe this little one. I bet that'll come out really pretty. Okay, should we do one of these? I don't know what these are called. They do have a name, but I don't know the name. There's a spiral. They're the spiral ones. Okay, let's see. I don't think I have enough in here. I'll scrape what I can. And then we'll just leave it at that. It's almost full, but these are so tiny, I don't think it's going to make a difference. We can just leave it almost full. Or I can take and put just a little tiny bit of clear resin in it. Okay, I think that's going to be pretty. Yeah. All right. I have a little bit of this other yellow. Let's pour a couple of these. I don't know what this is called, but I'm going to pour it. A lot of these sea creatures, I don't know the names of. You know, I was born and raised in California, but I spent a lot of my life in Iowa, and, when I was a teenager, I was able to go back and forth to the beach. Geez, can't do that nowadays, by yourself. I used to go by myself. I used to hop on the bus, and it was just like 4 miles to the beach, and I'd be there all day by myself. Not safe to do it nowadays. No way. All right, there's that one. Okay. I think I'm going to pour a little bit of this clear in here. I've got a whole bunch of clear left. And I think I'm going to put some in this white powder-like stuff in here. Now, I didn't do the... See what happens if you don't do the alcohol? Then you have to stir and stir all that powder. Oh dear, let me spritz it. Oh, I can't, it's gonna fall over. Okay, whoop. Yeah, I gotta stir and stir and stir. Otherwise, you'll have big clumps, in your piece, and you don't want that. Big clumps of mica. It'll leave a big hole, and it'll look terrible. Or a bump if you're doing something, that you want nice and smooth. Let me check this. It's not ready yet. Did I just see a hair, or was that just a line? Oh, I'm putting lots of air in here, so that means bubbles. I might have to let it sit for a second. Okay, let's try that. Let's get rid of these guys. Okay, so we have a blue and a red left. Shall we pour something red? How about this big starfish? I hope I got enough. This red is delicious. Ooh, that's so beautiful. Oh, I love it. I don't have anything small enough to use the rest of this, so I'm going to have to toss it. Alrighty. Now, let's see, how's this? It's debubbling by itself a little bit. Let me stir. I think I need a little bit more. It's getting thick, and it must be about 40 minutes or so, getting close. Oh, you know what? I could take that red and put it in here on the tips. Come on down, red. And then a little bit down here. I don't know if you can see me. I don't have a monitor in here, but one step at a time, right? Yeah. Okay. Now I can toss it. I'm glad I used it. Wipe that off. And I'll put some of this in. Let's see if this is okay. I think so. Uh-oh, I had a little bit of red on my stick. Yeah, it's getting thick. I'm going to have to hurry. All right, here we go. Can you see this over here? You see this over here okay? All right. I'll pour this in the middle. Oh, my hand's in the way, isn't it? And hopefully it'll turn out great. I think I'm going to need more, but I can make up more. I got all that in there. Okay, let's pour a little bit more. Yeah, the cup is getting hot. All right, here we go. So I need all your comments, let me know how you feel about this. If you think it's going to be fun, to be able to go to 2 of my channels and we'll do both, I don't know if we'll pick a month at a time or a week at a time, or I don't want to do every other day. That would wear me out. But, we'll think of something. Maybe you can think of something, All right, let's see how that is. And we'll finish pouring this. Please be enough. Please be enough. If it's not enough, I'm going to put clear on top of it. And it's not enough, but I'll do the best I can here. get this cleaned out. Okay, we need just the tiniest bit, so I'll just pour it in here. I'm going to pour it in here and just scrape up that little bit and then pour it in the rest of the shell. I see some bubbles coming up. I'm not surprised. I'll pop them. Okay, let's see. What we got? Something to put this in? Something small? Yes, we do. Right here. I think that should be enough for that. Let's see. Oof, can't use that. I can use this though. It's got a little tiny point there. All right, that's good. Where else can I use some of this? I don't have enough for anything. Oh, I can put a little bit in this bow. That's kind of low. One thing you can't do, or you, Mister. Oh my goodness. I've had some deliveries today. He just has a fit. Anyway, yeah, this is getting so thick it doesn't want to drip. Come on, get in there. Put a bubble in there. Where else? That one needs some. See how when it settles into, you know, the creases that's actually in the mold, then you need to add a little more. I should have tried to keep a little bit of each color, but I didn't. Okay, let's see. How about this one over here? All right, I think that's it. So what I'll do is we'll call this a day, and then I'll be back on the demold. Okay, bye-bye for now. Hi everybody, we're back for the demold. This is the next day, and just going to show you. I want to clean these off before I demold them as best I can. It gets off the little bits of extra resin usually, and that way you've got it taken care of before your next pour. These are being a little bit stubborn, so we'll just have to be a little stubborn back, aren't we? I use this tape. This is packing tape, and it seems to work better than the, you know, the blue tape, and it's working better on this mold here. I did have a mishap. I went to cover up my mold, and these two were together, and the end of my bowl, oops, sorry about that, I'll be careful. The end of my bowl hit right between here, and I didn't realize it till like an hour later. So this one and this one kind of got messed up. So hopefully they'll come out okay. This was my favorite one. And if they come out okay, then I won't have so much cleaning up to do. So we'll see what happens. I apologize for the wiggling here, but I've got to press on these molds to see if I can get, you know, this extra resin stuff off. There's that one. Okay. This won't take very long. Okay, so the stuff that I had left over, I poured in here. It was getting really hot on me. So I don't know how this one's going to come out at all, or if I'll even be able to get it out of here. Let's see if I can break the seal a little bit. Oh dear. Here we go. Around the edge. Yeah, I had absolutely no control over anything once it started to heat up. And, you know, usually, I guess I was just too talkative, and usually I don't have this problem, but, you know, sometimes you do. And I was taking too long. So let's see if I can get this out. I usually just roll it down. I've used this little mold a lot of times. I really like it. It's just a plain little heart, but it sure does look nice, doesn't it? Even with the rush, and there's a bubble back here, but we can fix the bubble, and we can, you know, trim the edges, and it's going to be great. Yeah, a little trinket dish, you know, something to put by your sink and throw your rings in there or whatever when you're washing your hands or when you're washing dishes. Okay, what do we want to demold? I'm real curious about this one. Should we demold this one now? I'm going to have lots of cleanup to do on this one because oh, did that turn out so pretty? Look at that. I love it with that red. All this is going to have to come off. Let's see if I can grab a trimmer here. I don't see one close, but I will use these little scissors, maybe at least get it started. This should just trim right off. I have some trimmers. Oh, I've cleaned up my table. You know how it is. Clean up your table and you don't know where anything's at then. But yeah, I've got it somewhere, my little trimmer. This is coming off pretty good. Right there, another little snip. There we go. Ah, it came off good. So that's why you try to, you know, pour as clean as you can, so you don't have much of this to do. But boy, I thought I ruined the whole thing when I saw that I have a bowl that I put over small things, you know, in order for it not to get dust or debris or stuff in the air or whatever, because I'm right here by the door. Don't want any little bugs to come in and things like that. So I'm sorry if I'm not under the camera. So, you know, this cleaned up pretty good. All I got to do is, you know, smooth out the edges. And I love that little shell. Don't you just love it? Awesome. All right. So definitely I'll use that one again. That was my favorite one so far. Let's see how our little bows did. Oh, that's cute. This is not a shiny mole. This is a matte mole. And so the bows are not going to be shiny, but usually your bows aren't shiny, but those are very detailed and cute. No bubbles so far. That looks very good. Might have a bubble right there on top. Oh, so cute. Look at this little tiny one. Now, these would fit in a junk journal, no problem. Yeah. Cute. And then the big red one, it's pretty flat. It's not very thick, you see? So the big red one would fit in there too. It's got a little over pour right here. There we go. Apologize, I'm a little shaky this morning. I do suffer from that, from everything I've been through the last few months, but, you know, I'm hoping that it gets better and better as time goes on. Let's see our little starfish. Oh, darling. And see how thin it is? I think it would work really good in junk journal. This one I didn't even get to or it's stuck with that one. These two I didn't even get to pour separately because it came out in a big blob. This was when it was really hot. Yeah. That one came out good. Whatever kind of crustacean that is, I'm not sure. But it has all those marks in it. These two, what I'll do is I'll clean them up and I'll paint them. Yeah. And this one just has a spot of gold on the back. You can kind of see that through. All right, and then we have this one. Cute. A little bit of cleanup. And this was the hot stuff. The hot resin. Because it does heat up. Okay, this one I didn't get very much in here. But I'm thinking it might be okay anyway. You know, on something. It's very, very thin. I don't know if you can see that. Very thin. And it would fit on something, no problem. Oop. And then we have the red. Oh, there's a little hot one. The red one. It might have one little bubble there. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. There's that one, a little cleanup. This one here has quite a bit of cleanup. You see, this was a hot one, and then I sprinkled some gold on it. Oh, I am pretty shaky today. I'm sorry. Yeah, this one's gonna look good. It really is gonna look good. And then here, starfish are pretty easy to clean up on because, or these seashells are because, you know, it's just a snip here and a snip there. There we go. One more. I hope the light is okay. I'm always worried about the light because I don't have any special lighting right straight down. So I go over here hoping that you can see it better. See that better? Not bad. Okay, I'll look at this one. Looks pretty. This one. The gold. Now remember, it's a matte mold, so it's not shiny. Oh, I like this one a lot. Yeah. Okay. Our next one is just some little bitty bows that I think will be great for junk journaling too. And I made these so I'll have them. Oh, that one's cute. That's like a double bow. I like all the little intricacies. This one has little polka dots in the center. And that one, little gold or yellow. That one looks like gold, doesn't it? This is the one that was kind of green yellow. It didn't turn out green yellow. See that? Huh. And blue, can you see on this side better? No. Blue. Now this one has polka dots on it. And I'll put little white on this. I'll put it aside here. Maybe I can show you. This is the one that looked like a candy wrapper to me. Green one. Nice. And another little red one. Very cute, very cute, very cute. Let's do this one, but let's do these blue ones. This one was the magic violet color that we used. It looks much like royal blue to me. Okay. We can call it magic. It's magic because it turned from violet to navy blue. All right. Okay. That's all of those. So let me, and you'd be surprised what this little thing would hold. This would probably hold all of these. Let's see. Look at this. Holds a lot. It's a little overfilled, but not much. Not much overfilled. Right? That one I got to fix. Look at that. That little trinket. You put bobby pins in here, or clips, something like that, and then the big one to hold it down. I really love this one. This one turned out great. Great, great, great. I love all the texture in it. Oh. All right, let me show you what I do with this one. Let's see if I can got the white here. Try this one. So what I would try, can you see me? Is I would just try to do the dots. Oh, I hope it's not dried out. I would just try to paint the dots. Oh, I'm going to see if I have another one. I don't see it there. Well, that's disappointing. Disappointing. Up in here, nope. None in there. Okay. I just noticed I've got this glue open. All right, let me just try it again. Okay. Okay, I'm leaning against the table. I'm sorry. Oh, this isn't working very well, is it? Maybe we could do it with gold or silver instead. Let's try that. I do have a gold one, but I have a better silver one here somewhere. Let's see. Nope. This one? Nope. Well, I don't want that in there. Well, that's really strange. Sheri, where did you put it? All right, well, oh, here we go. Let's try the silver instead of the white. Just go across these. There, that looks pretty cute. Let's do the other side. Blow on it a little bit. I don't want to take it off. I just put it on. Okay. Here. I'm just going across the tops of the little buttons, or the little, I don't know, little things that are sticking up. And I think I'll do a little bit in the middle. There we go. That's finished. That really woke that up, didn't it? Isn't it cute? Okay. So, you go through and you do, a little coloring here and there if you want. And with this one, we just use a little nail file and file off the rough edges. I usually like to put gloves on for this, and I think I will. I use these, and I usually put a mask on, but I'm not going to do that because you probably won't be able to hear me. And I'll put this down. Hopefully, it'll catch most of the dust. All right. I don't use just regular alcohol. I use 99.9% alcohol, because if you get any other percentages, the percentages that aren't 100 are water, and you don't want that. Just taking the rough edges off, so anybody, if they picked it up, they wouldn't cut their little fingers, because the resin can be very, very sharp like glass. Just like this. And then we smooth it out. Smooth out. These are kind of sharp up here too. I'm just going to, and it's probably because of the overspill, you know, so it made them a little sharp here on the edges. All I'm doing is taking the sharpness off. Let's go like that. But this one poured really good, and I'm so surprised because, you know, I nearly messed it up completely. Okay. That should do it. It's not sharp anymore. So, and then I'll go through the rest of those, and I will see which ones need to be filed, if any, or which ones need to be trimmed, you know, with the clipper. And then it's all done. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this little first video back, and you know, we'll be doing more, and we'll be doing larger items, and we'll be doing smaller items, because we'll be doing some jewelry, and with some earrings and rings and necklaces and pendants and, you know, bracelets. Yeah, all kinds of things in the jewelry department and in the home decor department. I'm gonna buy a bank, a little elephant bank, you know, a change bank. I'm gonna do that. I was gonna get a little pig one, but I'm a lover of elephants, so I thought I found an elephant, I'm gonna buy that. So we'll do a little elephant. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and come back for more resin work. We'll see what we can use in our journals. So, if you enjoyed this and you're happy to see me back, please give me a thumbs up. And if you, what do I want to say? I'm searching for some words. Well, I guess, you know, if you're happy to see me back and you want to do some more resin, I'd like you to give me a thumbs up. And if you would like to help me name my YouTube, my new YouTube channel, which will be the resin one, and always linked, it'll always be linked back and forth from the resin to the junk journal. Give me some suggestions in the comments. If you have any comments about this, leave me some comments. So I want to thank you for watching. And if you watched till the end, thumbs up to you. And I will see you next time. Okay, bye-bye. My camera won't shut off with my gloves. Okay, next time.